Hello everyone, I'm Rafi H.Rauf, and for today's video, I will be discussing to you our sixth activity, which is the titration. So these are my objectives. First, to give the definition of titration, and second, to know the different types of titration, and lastly, to fully understand how to use the titration. So these are the types of titration. First, acid-base titration. Second, redox titration. Third, precipitation titration. And lastly, complexiometric titrations. What is titration? Titration is a common laboratory method of using quantitative chemical analysis. This method is used to determine the unidentified concentration of a known analyte. The volume measurement is known as volumetric analysis, and it is important in the titration. Acid-base titration. The strength of an acid can be determined using a standard solution of a base. This process is called acidometry. In the same way, the strength of a base can be found with the help of a standard solution of an acid, which is known as alkalimetry. Both titrations involve in the neutralization reaction of an alkali. What is acid-base titration? It is a quantitative analysis method to determine an acid's or base's concentration by precisely neutralizing them with a standard solution of either acid or base of known concentration. It is monitored with the help of a pH indicator to know the development of the acid-base reaction. Redox titrations. The redox titration is also known as an oxidation-reduction reaction. In these types of titration, the chemical reaction takes place with a transfer of electrons in the reacting ions of aqueous solution. Precipitation titrations. The titration is based on the insoluble precipitate formation when the two reacting substances are brought into the contact are called precipitation titrations. For instance, when the solution of silver nitrate is used to a solution of ammonium thiocyanate or sodium chloride, it reacts and forms a white precipitate of silver thiocyanate or silver chloride. Complexiometric titration. The complexiometric titration is where an undissociated complex is formed at an equivalence point. It is greater than the precipitation titration, and there will be no error due to co-precipitations. Adding 25 ml HCl acid to the conical flask. Adding phenolphthalein indicator, colorless in acid solution but goes pink in basic solution. Adding sodium hydroxide to the burette. Sodium hydroxide or NaOH is added to the zero mark on the burette. Open the burette so the sodium hydroxide flow into the flask. Keep swirling the conical flask. Add sodium hydroxide or NaOH dropwise. Turn off the burette as soon as the pink doesn't disappear. This is the end point. The pink color does not disappear. How much the sodium hydroxide was used to neutralize the acid? It is 25.4 cm to the power of 3 sodium hydroxide was used to neutralize 25.0 cm to the power of 3 HCl acid. Generalization. Titration is very important in chemistry because it allows us to determine the concentration of acid, bases, and other substances in blood and urine sample.